All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to another one of my videos. Shitty videos on this garbage channel. Yeah. So today I wanted to talk about the Leica R6. I got one. First Leica. I was very excited to purchase it. I got it straight from the Leica Classic store. I got it for, I think it was like 589 euros, which ended up, no, I think that's what I paid US. So I think I got it for more like 300 euros. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not super familiar with the conversion rate from euros to dollars. But yeah, I ended up getting that, and also got here the lens I got for it was the Leica Summicron R50 f2. I got this one actually for a steal. I got it for I think $275. They usually go $300-400, so I found it. I got pretty lucky with that. So definitely not complaining at all. But yeah, I there's this one company I've been seeing pop up actually a lot for camera gear. It's called Buy More Pay More, I think, or something like that. It's like a pawn shop sort of thing, but specifically for electronics, and you can find a lot of cool stuff on there. Actually, I found actually this 120 medium format camera. It's a Reflex Model 3B. It's not that good. I spent some time restoring it, and the shots from it are okay. I don't really have any that I've scanned or anything to show. But I mean, I think it's okay. It's not perfect, but yeah. So this Leica, first off, of course I had to do like a test shoot. I had to go test out the lens, see how the light meter works, all that stuff out. So I ended up going where I did the Lomo Purple shoot, which was Miramar City Center, Town Center, something like that. And let's see, I didn't really get that many great shots, but that's not really what I was going for. I was just kind of more so going for just to see what the lens and body combo can do. So really, honestly, there's only like 2 shots that really stand out to me though, that I actually really liked. This first one, it's like this archway. I've done it before with the Lomo Purple, but this lens, I really like how it's really hard to describe because it's like really sharp but also soft, if that makes any sense. It's not like it gives I feel like it helps kind of lean into that film nostalgia look just a little bit more, because it's sharp, yes, but it's not like razor sharp. Like for example, with this Nikon here, I use a Nikon Nikkor f 1.6 or something, and that thing it's super sharp. I like the photos that come from that camera and lens combo, but the only problem is that it's a little too sharp for what I'm trying to get out of it. So that's when I'm like, okay, you know what, maybe I can start looking into a Leica. And like I said, I ended up finding this one here for a pretty decent price. Again, $580. Maybe I probably could have found it cheaper, but getting it from Leica, they did a CLR on it, or I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I'm still new, so it is what it is. If I got it wrong, sorry though if I did get it wrong. But yeah, they clean it, they lube it, make sure it's working. The only thing they said is like a battery tester isn't working, which, I mean, for how clean this camera is, and the only thing wrong with it is a battery tester not working, I think I'm okay with that. I'm not really tripping over it. But yeah, so that was the first shot, the archway. Like I said, I like that shot. It's really cool. It shows off kind of, I guess, how it handles edges and such. And this other one I really liked was this one. I think it's on Main Street. I forgot exactly the street. Yeah, Main Street here. It's actually right next to the arches. Who could have guessed? But also really like this one because it kind of shows even more of the angles, especially like at the corner of a building, you know. So it's getting like showing like this is how it really handles like hard edges like that. And like, you know, again, like I said, it's just very, it's sharp but soft. That's the only way I can really describe it. I you know, I have, for lack of better terms. You know, I feel like this one too, this specific shot kind of has some layers to it. Like you can kind of see, I don't know. I probably could have tried to frame it a little bit better, but I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I really like how it handled also the shadows and how it handled the sunlight, how it handled the light overall, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, and then I actually did my first like photo shoot style like photo walk, I guess, which I did in downtown Fort Lauderdale with a really close friend of mine from EMT school. You know, I asked her to do this, and she was very, very kind enough to help me out with this, help me build my portfolio a little bit. So the first shot we'll get into is this one. It was like this cool alleyway when I first went to Fort Lauderdale and started like shooting photos. I noticed it, but because that was like my first time ever actually going out to take photos. I fogged up the film because I thought the camera was dead when it wasn't, and I was just being dumb. And yeah, I ended up fogging out that photo. So, you know, that's cool. It's kind of sucked, but now I actually got a good photo of it. I wish that guy wasn't there, but I mean, it's a city, you know, I can only do so much. I'm not going to just tell the guy to get up and leave just because I want to take a photo there. Like, that's just kind of rude. But yeah. You know, I think it did really good with this lower light situation here. Like, obviously there was still light, but, you know, it was midday. But it was, you know, there's an overcast, and, you know, the shadows from the buildings were kind of taking over, so couldn't really see too much. But yeah, I mean, I ended up really liking this photo. Then this one here, I got her like at a pier. I gave her my AE1 just to like use as a prop. I was kind of going for like, you know, like a 70s girl, I guess, kind of brought into 2026. You know, she was really good at like kind of like what her face was doing and what she was doing. You know, she was actually very helpful in that regard. So, you know, I had her do this. She's kind of holding the camera a little weird, their hands, but I think overall it was a nice shot. I like the colors here, and I was also using a Kodak Eastman Pro 400. It's basically Kodak Eastman version of Portra 400, which that's Kodak Alaris. I prefer this Kodak Eastman because that's like the OG company. That's really the only reason why. This one here, I got another art shot. I thought this shot was actually really nice though. You know, I'm looking at her, she's looking at me with the camera. It came out nice. Yeah, again, I love archway. I'm starting to really like archway shots. And I had her placed in like the middle, so it kind of not too far, not too close. That's just kind of what I was seeing in my head. There's a few more shots here. Oh yeah, this one of her sitting at the table, you know, just kind of like wandering, doing her thing. I was really liking how the film actually was handling the greens here. Because, you know, you have some contrasting colors, you know, you have the oranges and the greens, but I really like how how those colors are kind of mixing together, you know, very Florida, I guess. And yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, she was doing a good job acting, if you will. Let's see here. This one here, I think this is like the second shot of the day. This one I was really like, hey, hammer home, like, you know, you're like this 70s girl who got transported in 2026, and you're like, what the hell is going on here? You know, I think she did a pretty good job. You know, had to do the camera ready, just kind of like not gonna take a photo, but ready to take photos just in case, you know, she gets transported back to the 70s, and she's just like, whoa, dude, like you guys got to check this out. You know, I think that would be like, thought it was like a cool concept. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and then right here, so there's like this house. From my understanding, it was like the first house like built in Fort Lauderdale. So I thought it would be like the perfect backdrop, and they had like the steamboat going there, which I mean obviously that's not 70s per se, but still gives you like I guess more of a time travel area, like a time traveler sort of vibe to it. You know, because it's like this super old house from like I think it was like 30s or the 40s. I don't, forgive me, you know, I'm not super well versed in the history of that house per se, but you know, you can kind of see the steamboat, or it's not a steamboat, but it has like those steamboat little propeller things, so you can kind of see that in the background, but then also see like the old framing of the house, you know. So I think it all just came together pretty well. But yeah, I mean, I would show you videos from when I went to go take the photos and stuff, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of completely forgot I had a camera and I can like show you guys what I was looking at. But hey, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, overall, this camera though, I would really like it. I like the light meter. I like how it has spot and like overall scene metering. So like, you know, if there's like specific lighting you want to, or specific shadows, I guess I should say, you want to get, you know, you can like specifically meter towards that. Or if there's like a specific, or if you just want to make sure like you're getting all the light and it's all going to hit well, you know, I would say the meter's pretty accurate. I was pretty happy with it. I mean, honestly, I don't really have complaints. You know, you can set the ISO here. You can push or pull it a couple stops. I mean, overall, it's pretty good. But I really don't have any complaints with this camera. Like, you know, it's a mechanical camera. It's not electronic, because they have more in the R series, but those are almost all of them are electronic, not mechanical. So, you know, it's kind of dicey with the reliability, but you know, this one is purely mechanical. The only thing that's electric is a light meter. Works good. I guess maybe the only complaint I have is because you know they have the R6 and the R6.2, and this one's just a normal R6. So this one's highest shutter speed is 1/1000th, where the 6.2 is 1/2000th, which I would probably prefer a little bit more, because you know I'm in Florida, so when I go out to shoot, it's usually late morning, midday, so the light's super harsh. So with 1/1000th, I wouldn't say it blows the photos out, but like, you know what I mean. I feel like 1/2000th I can probably get a little bit better with the exposures. But I'm not really tripping about it. And like I said, I love using this camera. You know, like I said, that sharpness, but still kind of soft, nostalgic look. Yeah, overall, I'm very happy with it. I added this little red button. I saw everyone does it, and I'm like, I like the way it looks, so I did it. You know, just going based off what I like. Yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say. I just really enjoy using this camera. Honestly, it's to me, it was a game changer. It kind of helps me realize my vision a little bit more, so that's why I would say I really enjoy this camera. And it slows me down compared to the Nikon, because the Nikon, you know, it's just point shoot, point shoot, point shoot. You can do it all day, but this one, it's like, oh shit, let me make sure it's metered perfectly. You know, let me make sure this, let me make sure that. So, yeah. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about the Leica R6. Just overall, really fun camera, really good camera to use. And yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Goodbye.